ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು KCET PYQ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಚ್ ದೋಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದೋಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು 2026 KCET ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ on an average of 3 to 4 questions expect ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. And this is the chapter where you can score marks easily in CET as how you have scored in your theory exam. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ CET ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ನ ಟ್ಯಾಕಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 3 to 4 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ CET ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ನೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ಸ್ so that you can revise this and use it whenever required in solving the questions. So it is based on symmetric matrix, skew symmetric matrix, very important, which will be using more often in the questions, and properties based on matrices like commutative property, associative, and then comes about identity property. Next about transpose of a matrix. There are few properties which are very important related to transpose of a matrix, and then comes about properties of inverse of a square matrix. Okay, so inverse of a matrices, basically these formulas or these points are very important for your KCET point of view. I'll be using all this whenever required in the given question. So without wasting time, let us start with PYQs. We'll first start with 2025 from the question which is been asked in the year 2025. Okay, so let us look into the first question. If A is a square matrix such that A square is equal to A, then I minus A whole cube is. Very simple question and a very basic question which has been asked. So according to this question, the given data is A square is equal to A. Okay, they're asking you to find out what is the value of I minus A whole cube. So in order to do this, you need to know what is the formula for A minus B whole cube. So we know that the formula is A cube minus 3A square B plus 3AB square minus B cube. Okay, so in the place of A you have I, capital letter I, and in the place of B you have capital letter A. So now by comparing with this formula, let us substitute in these places. You have A cube, so this will be equal to I cube minus 3A square B, that means I square into A plus 3I into A square minus A cube, which is B cube. In the place of B you have capital letter A, which is the matrix A. So this is equal to I cube is nothing but I minus I square is I, so it will be 3IA plus 3I. Now look at this, very important, A square. According to the given data, A square is nothing but A. I'll replace it as A minus, I can write A cube as A square into A, isn't it? So A cube can be written as A square into A. So now you know that A square given is, in the given data A square is A, so I'll replace A square by A into A. So now A into A again will give you A square. Again what is A square? Again A square is nothing but A. So I can replace this term A cube with A. Okay. So now as you look, minus 3IA plus 3IA goes off. You will be left out with I minus A. Then which is the right option? Option A is the correct answer. I minus A. It's a very simple question and a basic question. Instead of asking I minus A whole cube, they can ask you for I plus A whole cube, which has been asked in one of the year. Let us solve that when it comes. Okay, next we will move on to the further question. Second one. If A and B are two matrices such that AB is an identity matrix, that is the product of two matrices AB is equal to identity matrices or matrix, and the order of matrix B is 3 cross 4. Okay, then the order of matrix A is. So very simple question. So they have given that they are supposed to find the order of matrix A. Let us write it as M cross N. Matrix A with number of rows is m and number of columns is n. And you have matrix B, which has been already given that the order is 3 cross 4. So what does this imply? Number of rows is 3 and number of columns is 4. And you have an identity matrix. Remember students, identity matrix will always be a square matrix. So now, uh, since the product of a matrix is defined, that means you are getting a value for product of matrix. It is defined. When the condition for a product of matrix to be defined is number of columns of matrix A must be equal to number of rows of matrix B. I'll repeat, number of columns of matrix A must be equal to number of rows of matrix B. So here number of columns of matrix A is n and number of rows of column B matrix B is 3. That means the value of n must be equal to 3. So you get A m cross 3 b 3 cross 4 is equal to identity matrix. As I already told you, identity matrix is always a square matrix. So here you have 3 cross 4 and here it is m cross 3. Then obviously it must be 4 cross 4 matrix. Okay. Then what will be the value of m? It will be 4. So the order of matrix A will be 4 cross 3 and order of matrix B is 3 cross 4 and the identity matrix is of order 4 cross 4. As you can see here, it is of order 4 cross 4. So then what is the order of matrix A? Order of matrix A is 4 cross 3, which is option C. Very, very, very simple question. So next, we'll move on to the next question from the year 2025. You can solve this question here only by reading the statements. Which of the following statement is not correct? So third question, you have to choose which is not correct. First option, a row matrix has only one row. Of course, yes, a row matrix has only one row. Then if it has only one row, then only we call it as a row matrix, then it is correct statement. A diagonal matrix has all diagonal elements equal to 0. So in the second option they are telling diagonal matrix must be a square matrix. Let us consider a 2 cross 2 diagonal matrix. Okay, according to the statement they are telling that diagonal elements are 0 and all other elements they are not mentioned about all other elements. They are telling that all diagonal elements are 0. So which is very contradictory statement for the definition of diagonal matrix. In a diagonal matrix, the diagonal elements will not be 0. Apart from diagonal elements, whatever the elements you have, that elements will be 0. That is, if you have a 2 cross 2 matrix, so 0, B, C, 0. So this is what is diagonal matrix, where the diagonal, A, 0, 0, D. That means you will never have diagonal elements as 0. You will have, apart from diagonal elements, the other elements will be equal to 0. A and D, which is the diagonal elements, that will never be equal to 0. But in the statement, it is given that the diagonal elements are 0. So that means which is a wrong option, that is which is not the correct statement. Option B is not the correct statement. Okay, remember, in a diagonal matrix, the diagonal elements will never be equal to 0. It is the other elements apart from diagonal elements which are equal to 0. So next, moving on to the further question. Fourth question from the year 2025. A matrix A is equal to 1, 1, 1. Okay, it is a 2 cross 2 matrix with all the entries equal to 1. If they are telling that it is satisfying the condition A power 6 is equal to K into A transpose. So this is nothing but A transpose. They are asking you to find the value of K. A very simple question. So now we will first find out what is A square value. So A square is nothing but A into A. So that is 1, 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1, 1, 1. Always remember, when you have all the entries equal to 1 with 2 cross 2 matrix, the answer will always be 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, remember this. So even if you multiply, you'll get 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1. So when you add rows, when you multiply with rows and columns, you'll get this. But remember this directly, it will make you reduce the time to solve the questions. So now what we will do, we will take out 2 common in this matrix. We'll be left out with 1, 1, 1. 1. Okay, so this is equal to 2 into, what is this matrix called as, given as 2 into A. Okay, so now if you observe correctly, we have got A square is equal to 2 into A. I can write this as 2 power 1 into A, and the matrix in the question given was A is equal to, I can write this A as 2 power 0 into A, because 2 power 0 is 1. 1 into A is all, gives me the answer A. I can write A as 2 power 0 into A square as 2 power 1 into A. Then obviously A cube will be 2 power 2 into A. But you have been given with A power 6. So A power 6 will be 2 power 5 into A. So in this, the left hand part is A power 6 is 2 power 5 into A. So they have given that A power 6 is equal to K into A transpose. So now let us find out what is A transpose from the given matrix. So this implies A transpose is equal to, so we will take out rows to columns. So 1 1, and again this row is into columns 1 1. So that means A transpose is equal to A. So wherever you have A, you can replace it by A transpose. So that means you get A power 6 is equal to 2 power 5 into A, which is written as 2 power 5 A transpose. Similarly, A cube is 2 square A transpose, but you are in need of this. So now we'll equate A power 6 and K A transpose, which is 2 power 5 A transpose is equal to K into A transpose. So now what you get the value of K as 2 power 5, which is equal to 32. Then which is the right option? Option A is the correct answer. So if you look into the questions carefully, you will be coming to know the answers there. You just have to observe what is being given in the data. So next, moving on to the next question, which is your NCERT theory based question. So very simple question, fifth one. They have given that A square minus 5A plus 7I is equal to 0. You're supposed to find the value of A inverse. So what we will do, we'll multiply A inverse for all the terms. We get A inverse A square minus 5A A inverse plus 7A inverse I is equal to 0 into A inverse. Okay. So now A inverse, A square can be written as A into A minus 5 times. See, A into A inverse is nothing but I plus A inverse into I is 7A inverse is equal to 0. So now again A inverse into A is I into A is A minus 5I plus this is I into A is A plus 7A inverse is equal to 0. 7A inverse is equal to, when you transpose these two terms to right side, you get 5I minus A. So A inverse is equal to 1 by 7 into 5I minus A. Then which is the right option? Option A, 1 by 7 into 5I minus A is the correct answer. So very simple question. So next, moving on to the next question. Sixth question. Again, if A is equal to 2 cross 2 matrix with entries, all entries 1, then they're asking you to find out what is A power 10 equal to. Again, you will be applying the same logic which has been used in the previous question. I'll write I'll first find out what is A square. So you'll multiply A 2 times. As I told you, the trick, a short trick, the answer will be 2 2 2 2. Okay, now take out 2 common, you'll get 1 1 1 1. Okay, so now A square is equal to 2 power 1 into A, and A can be written as 2 power 0 into A. So on, A cube is written as 2 power square into A. Now if I want to calculate for A power 10, A power 10 is equal to 2 power, see, if you have power 3, you will get 2 as the answer. Power 2, 1. So 1, the power is getting decreased by 1. So if you have 10, you will be getting 2 power 9 into A. Then which is the right answer? Option B, 2 power 9 into A is the correct answer. So next we'll move on to the further question, 2024 from the year. See, you can see the first question which I solved was about I minus A whole cube. But here it is given as I plus A whole cube. Same logic, but the formula get changed. So let us quickly solve this question. Seventh question, they have given the condition A square is equal to A. So you are supposed to find out the value for I plus A whole cube. So now again you will be making use of A plus B whole cube formula. So this is equal to A cube plus 3A square B plus 3ab square plus b cube. Okay, now just replace the terms here. This is equal to a cube will be I cube plus 3I square a plus 3I a square plus a cube. So now since a square is equal to a, we'll replace that. Now I cube will become I plus 3I square is nothing but I into a, will get a as the answer, plus 3I. Now a square is replaced as this a square according to the data which has been given here. It is replaced as a plus. Now again a cube. I'll do it here. A cube is written as a square into a. Now a square is nothing but a into a, which is again equal to a square. This is nothing but again a. So I'll replace a cube by a. So now this is equal to I plus 3a plus 3ia is nothing but I into a is nothing but a plus a. This is equal to I plus, when you add all these terms you will get 7a. Then which is the right option? 7a plus I. Option C is the correct answer. So simple question where you just have to concentrate on the data given. So next moving on to the question from 2023, eighth question. Very simple question compared to all other questions which has been solved. X into the matrix column matrix 3 by 2 plus y with column matrix 1 and minus 1 is equal to 15 by 15 5 with column matrix 15 5. Then the value of x and y are, just multiply x, you will get 3x 2x plus y minus y is equal to 15 5. Since they are telling that the addition of these two matrices is equal to the matrix 15 5, column matrix 15 5, obviously this is nothing but 3x plus y is equal to 15 and 2x minus y is equal to 5. Now just simplify this equation, you get cancelled with this. When you add these two, it will be 5x is equal to 20. So x is equal to 5 ones are 5 fours are, x is equal to 4. So now just substitute the value of x here. You will get 3 into 4 plus y is equal to 15. Y is equal to 15. 3 fours are 12. When you bring it to the right side, it becomes minus 12. So y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3. So which is the right option? Option B, x equal to 4 and y is equal to 3 is the correct answer. So moving on to the next question from the year 2023, the ninth question. If A and B are two matrices such that AB is equal to B and BA is equal to A, then A square plus B square is, very simple question. See, you can write A square as A into A plus B square as B dot B. So now A dot, what is the value of A given here? A is nothing but BA. B, okay, plus B dot. What is the value of B given here? AB. You're just replacing this A with BA and this B with AB. Okay, so now let us group these two. AB into A plus BA into B. Now again, what is AB? AB is nothing but this can be replaced by B and A as it is, plus BA can be replaced by A and B as it is. Now again you can see BA is nothing but A plus and AB is nothing but B. So then what is the answer you have got? A plus B. Then which is the right option? Option B, A plus B is the correct option. Just splitting the terms A square and B square and rearranging them and substituting what is given in the data. So this is how you solve the questions with respect to matrices. So you can easily score marks in the this chapter. You can, on an average, you will be getting around 3 to 4 questions from this chapter, and also the determinants will be a continuation part of this, where that also has greater weightage. So I request everyone to watch the video carefully and understand the concept. Also, if anyone has not subscribed the channel, kindly subscribe for further videos. You will be getting notifications based on all other chapters, KCET, PYQs, and any doubts, let me know in the comment section. And I wish you a very all the best. Prepare well and do well. Thank you, everyone.